All right. Also, wait, you said we are going? We're good?
Yeah.
We're live?
Yeah.
Hey.
We're
Hi,
live
everybody.
in front
Welcome
of a
back.
live studio audience.
Welcome back. We're only 2 episodes deep, and we've already got a guest joining us today on the On Thin Ice podcast. I'm already sick of saying podcast. I'm not gonna lie. So, we come here and we talk about stuff and things. Usually, we have a cool icebreaker topic to kind of introduce ourselves, get to know each other a little bit better. And today we have a guest on, Maya, my
Guest
bestie.
on.
Want to introduce
Hey.
yourself?
My name's Maya. I'm also a full-time student. That's how we met. We go to college together. I'm studying to be an English teacher. And other than that, I have no life.
Same.
College doesn't warrant us to have lives.
Yeah.
So true.
Neither
So,
does
I'm
neither
piloting-
does the U.S.
No, I'm piloting this episode, which means I get to come in with a hot topic today. And instead of going right to our discussion question, I'm going to ask, what liberal decided that you needed to put a can of water in your fucking chicken noodle soup before microwaving it? I had chicken noodle soup before this,
Wait.
and I've tried putting like water in it to mix in it, and it's so awful.
Hang on.
Huh?
What the hell did you just say?
On Campbell's chicken noodle soup, have you read not the ingredient? Have you read the directions on how to
No.
prepare it?
No, you just heat
Just
it
throw
up.
it in the fucking microwave.
Right? But on the back of the can, it says you take the soup and you put in a full can of water, and then microwave it.
What is a can of water? What's that unit of measurement?
So you dump the can of soup, you fill that can up with water, and whatever good flotsomy bits you didn't want that are now in there, you pour that in the bowl as well.
No. See,
Are you sure?
my brain's
Yeah,
already
it's 1-to-1 ratio. A can of water is on there.
my brain is already having an aneurysm. I have made a lot of Campbell's chicken noodle soup in my time, mainly because it's my drunk food. So if I'm completely wasted, it's usually what I go to when I'm like, because it's easy. You just throw it in the microwave without a can of water and heat it up, and it just sits really good on your stomach when I'm drunk anyway. Maybe not for others, but so I've eaten a lot of Campbell's chicken noodle soup, and I have never once in my whole goddamn life ever put water in it, ever. Period.
I don't know. I don't eat meat, so it's been a long time for me, but
That's
I've made
fair.
it for children.
Not with water.
I don't put water in.
Yeah,
Nope,
No,
not
you
with
sh-
water.
you shouldn't. I tried it once because I thought, okay, the soup is like a little salty and maybe it needs some sort of dilution.
Yeah, no such thing as too salty.
Exactly.
It's just water noodles.
Dude, I'm made of like 80% salt.
Me too.
I eat so
My
much.
friends get
so-
mad at me.
Yeah, I mean
They
it's,
say I'm too bitter.
it's not great for you, but like you still need sodium to like be okay. I think just not in large quantities. Like my sodium intake is probably alarming, but
Oh, mine is too. I only
Me
eat
too.
like plain salted crackers or chips.
dude,
I
I'll
like
just eat,
chicken nuggets for you. That's a big staple food, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll just
Yeah.
eat salt.
Dino-shaped chicken nuggets.
I'll just
Yeah.
eat salt with a spoon.
Okay. Well, I guess you win.
I'm just
I
kidding.
put scoops of salt in my tea instead of sugar.
Sometimes instead of milk for my cereal, I'll use salt.
Always, I always look for the salty nut Cheerios. I can't stand the honey nut ones.
Dude, I can't remember who it was with, but I was
I
grocery
don't like
shopping.
that.
I was grocery shopping with somebody, probably Deanna or Chelsea or somebody. Maybe it was Toby. I don't fucking remember. But we were grocery shopping or something one day, and I was getting chicken broth for something, and I picked up the one that said low sodium, and I looked at it for a second because I didn't realize what it was, and I seen like a green label underneath what I would normally see a blue label on. I picked it up, and I was just about to put it in the cart, and I looked at it, and I was like, low sodium, ugh, and I put it back, and whoever was with me was like, what the hell? I was like, yeah, we don't do low sodium in this fucking house. It's not happening.
Fuck no.
Bad.
Yeah, no, I love salt.
Right. Well, I need you to rant about that because there's nothing else interesting going on in my life. I did get a mic since the last episode. I've shown it to you two now. Now it's all fucked up because you have to hold it to your face like that. But it's like I guess it's a JLab Go Talk or
Oh.
something like that.
You
We're
just
not
have it on
indoors.
the setting, but you have to hold it up to your face.
Yeah.
Turn it on the
Well,
other setting, you can do it any way around.
That's
Yeah.
right, but yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Like-
I don't know how audio equipment or
The-
tech
The back
works.
of mine's got one too. It's got like 4 different ways that you can
Yeah.
like.
Mine
Okay.
looks a little closer to yours,
Yeah.
Brody. I can show you the next time you're over, but it's just like mine has literally even like a podcast setting. So it
Yeah.
records just from the front and from the back.
Yeah.
Mine's got that too, and it's got a little switch so you can turn it to a circle thing
Yeah.
that will encompass the
The
whole
whole
area.
room.
But we're
No, if
professionals
you're
here.
just yourself, you want to do it this way too.
Yeah.
The cone icon or
So,
whatever that is.
so yeah, my quality has gone up at least by $40, which is probably like a 40% conversion. I don't do math. I'm an English major. What's going on in y'all's lives?
Oh, starting a podcast and
Starting
also
a couple podcasts
starting
for
another
you.
podcast.
Yeah.
I have no way of, dude, if I see something I'm interested in or if someone approaches me with an idea that I think is fun or exciting, I don't know how to say no to it. I just do it.
You're all in.
Yeah, I don't care. But Derek approached me with the idea, and anyway, I'll talk about that in a minute. Go ahead, Maya. Sorry, I just had to make the podcast joke because I've got fucking 2 of them now for no reason whatsoever.
Pretty good. I have no podcasts. Yep. I'm going to NCTE soon. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
National Convention for Teachers of English. Very fun. It's in Columbus, Ohio.
Nice.
Because there's nothing else over there.
Let's live it up.
Columbus is pretty cool, though.
Yeah. I'm kind of excited. I've got like my schedule sort of fleshed out of what I want to do. I'm like signing up for all these different conventions and like talkers, and they're gonna tell me how to teach English better. And I don't know if the people I'm going with necessarily would like to be as hardcore as me, but like I'm planning on being at the convention hall at like 5 a.m. So
Hey.
I mean, if you're going just for the weekend and you're already making the choice to go to
that's what I'm
Ohio for
saying.
any reason, then yeah, absolutely try and dig out
I'm
as
gonna
much
try
as
it.
you
Yeah,
can.
exactly. And like I want to have the record for most free books.
Yeah, that's why I was happy to lend you my duffel bag with wheels on it.
Yep, I'm carrying
Cart
that.
thing
I'm
around.
literally just going to walk into it with it empty. That's just what people do apparently. You just bring like suitcases and then you just load it up with books. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, they give you free stuff everywhere. Like I'm hoping to like have a classroom library when I leave.
It's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all.
I wouldn't let kids touch any of my books. Although the kittens we've got that we're fostering right now, they've all like ripped them off the bookshelves and they walk on them and stuff. There's probably poop smeared all in it. It's gonna be a good time
Love that.
because we never finished the library yet. That'll be cool to do.
You guys have a separate like room for a library and shit?
Yeah, it's right here. You can't see it,
Oh, sick.
but it's right there.
Well,
I can touch it.
I've only been to your house like 2 times, I think, and I've only been in your house 1 time, and it wasn't the house you're in currently. It was the other one.
No, you have not seen this new one. But we have a totally separate room for the library. I've actually, if we're talking about books, this is probably super off topic, but there's a comic book store in the town we go to
Is
college
that the
at.
one you got when we just went?
Yeah, so the guy who originally owned a good store there called The Boy and His Tiger shut it down. A new place took over. They flopped really quickly, and then the dude who owned the original shop came in and opened up a new store under a different name. So now I've got this omnibus of some Project Superpowers thing that looked really cool, and got a copy of Volume 1 of Alan Moore's Swamp Thing, which I've heard really good things about. So I'm dive into that when I don't have to read 10,000 fucking pages a day for school.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I would like to have like a little library in a house whenever I get one. I don't have enough room in this apartment, that's for sure, but as you can kind of a little bit see, I've got that bookshelf completely stuffed full of books and magic cards and shit, and then I've got a smaller one over here that's literally overflowing with books, and yeah, I need more space.
I'm a complete mess with my books. I don't have them every single time I get a new book. I just like groan if the letters are like if the author is somewhere from just like the middle of the alphabet because it's so messed up. I can't fix it. They're like on its side, they're shoved in the top, they're shoved in this like, but
Yeah,
they're all alphabetized.
but see, that would lend
I
itself
can't do
really
that with all
cool.
mine.
That would be really cool for like a wizard's nook or some shit like that. To just have like a wizard's nook high up in a fucking tower or some shit, and you just got books all over the goddamn place. It doesn't even matter if they're in their place. It doesn't matter if they're like
Yeah.
alphabetical. That would just be sick.
You
That's
just
kind of
need how much is cobblestone going for nowadays? Like if you could just build a little spiral tower
I mean,
addition to your house.
if you get a stone pickaxe, I mean, you get through them pretty good. You could
It's
collect
true.
quite a bit.
Yeah. You just go to
Infinite,
your local
someone said.
quarry and
Water
all that
bucket and a
stuff.
lava bucket.
Yeah,
You could get as much as you want.
God damn it.
that was a beautiful
Go out
Minecraft
and punch a
segue.
couple trees.
Your bare fists.
I this might be a strange thing to say, but I do collect crowns. And I
You have
love
one. Do you have more?
yeah.
I do
do you
collect
mean?
crowns. This one right here is the one that I collect.
I've got this one. I call this one Visenia's crown.
Nice.
That's kind of fun. This one's for Rainey's.
See, we've got
It's another one.
two crowns already.
Okay, that's at least two.
It's
Please
more
tell
than
me you got a
one.
BK one.
This is a tiny little tiara,
Nice.
but it still counts. And this is a larger tiara.
She's got a little mini collection going.
So
More than
I
one.
would
Yeah.
say I would call that a tiny collection.
How much would it be like to go get Princess Diana's tiara or something like that?
A lot. A
Yeah.
lot. A
I
lot
mean,
of money.
If you paid me
You couldn't.
you paid me the amount of money that, I mean, would require such a venture, I'd do it. So I think I could take her, honestly.
Well, she is dead. You'd have the upper hand.
No,
I was
I
gonna
meant,
say I'm
I
thinking
meant,
really terrible things.
I meant physically take her. Like dig. Never mind. We're not
You
gonna.
feel like you're gonna get in a fight with her?
No, like dig her up.
He's gonna take her with.
Take her physically, like steal
Grave
her.
robber.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you want to just the tiara? Oh, okay. I have a
Yeah.
whole body outside for you. What do you want me to do with
He's also
this?
not buried with the tiara. Like the crown jewels are passed through the
No,
family.
that's stupid. Family jewelry's got to stay with you.
Yeah, it's got to go with you into the afterlife.
That's a thought.
Maybe, I don't know. I know people are buried with their possessions all the time.
Fair enough.
But I
I'm
mean,
of
the tiara
the
thing,
opinion that it can't help you.
that might be. Well, I mean, that's fair. I'm just saying, like sometimes that's just what they do. But the tiara itself, that might be like a passed down through the generations thing. So she might not have it anymore. So somebody else might be wearing it.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't know that she was buried with any jewelry. I don't think so. But I could be wrong.
Interesting. Well, that
What's
makes
that
it
game
a
with
hell of a lot
Nathan
easier,
Drake?
honestly.
What'd you say?
Uncharted? Uncharted? I'm feeling like we just put together a new Uncharted game.
Maybe.
Grave robbing the princess.
Yikes.
That's a cool name for a show.
Grave Robbing the Princess sounds like a early 2000s metalcore band.
Yeah, I'd listen to their music.
Yeah, same.
All right, no one gives a fuck about anything we're saying. So check this out, gang. We have Maya here today because we've got such a great topic. And if you've read the title of this, probably already super captivating, and you probably skipped all that boring ass intro to get to this part. So check this out. Y'all are on a date. Not you two specifically, but
Right.
everyone here's had some really interesting relationships, so I thought this would be good for it. But you're
Yikes.
going on a date, right? And you all end up at a history museum of some sorts where there are dinosaur exhibits. And you go to sit on the bench after grabbing whatever overpaid fucking food, and you think about hitting up the gift shop, and you're sitting, and you look up, and you see some paintings of the dinosaurs that they've got on display, and you're staring at it intently because you know something's off. And your partner is not concerned at all with the fact that these dinosaurs are not historically accurate. Huge fucking red flag right there if they're not pointing that out to you.
Okay.
So, what I want to know today, what are some other red flags that you might find in a relationship? It can be a romantic relationship or a friendship. God knows there's plenty in both.
Right. Specifically in the museum?
No, just around anywhere. I can point out everything wrong with this museum, and
Yeah, I was gonna say,
whoever can
back to
find more
that,
flaws.
back to that scenario. Like, is it a red flag if the person doesn't identify the issue and then point it out? Like, what if they just don't know?
Yeah, so like me going in, if I see that there aren't feathers on this T-Rex, I'm shaking and I'm sweating. And if they don't get why, then I just know that
Okay,
it's not going to work out.
gotcha. Yeah, that's true. I only go for giant nerds, so that would never happen to me. I can't relate to that scenario at all.
I actually
mean,
did have
that's
a short story of why I wanted to use that example. So my wife and I are rewatching Gravity Falls, and the the rich snobby characters in the show, the Northwests, are throwing a party at their mansion, and at one scene they've
I
got
love that episode.
this huge dinosaur hanging from their ceiling. I'm like, yo, I wish we had a mosasaurus hanging from our ceiling. And she she just goes, I love that you know that. And that's how I know that we're gonna stay together for 40 odd years.
That's awesome. That's fucking
Yep.
awesome.
But if she didn't appreciate that, divorce.
Oh,
The next course of action.
damn.
God
You know
damn.
what? You're right.
Laying it on thick already, right out the gate.
I've
Um,
got a
We
red
got here,
flag.
right? Oh,
Go ahead.
all right.
Yeah.
I've got a red flag.
If you
I
got
look for
one,
it.
go
This is
for
the
it.
number one. Psych majors.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Psych majors are so narcissistic. We were talking today. We all took, what was the test called? Narcissistic Personality
Narcissistic
Index.
personality test index. I think it was test index.
So we all took this. We all took this test, and you can get from 1 to 40, and the national average in America is 15. I got a 13.
Wow.
Yeah, I felt like that was pretty high, but whatever.
Nice.
Fucking full of yourself.
Brody, what did you get? I can't remember.
I had a 10.
Yeah, Peyton got a 10.
I would have
That was
got
And
shocking
then-
for me.
So,
Yeah, yeah. And then what was Claire?
She had
She
an
was
8.
8. I couldn't
The
believe
lowest
that.
of us.
Yeah, whatever. But anyway, so I genuinely think that on the first day of, your first psych class, they're going to sit you down. They're going to have you take this test. And if you score below a 30, they're going to say, you're not in the right major. You're just not. You should reconsider. I have met 2 psych majors in my entire life, and I've met tons, way too many. I just should not know this many psych people. 2 that are not batshit crazy.
It's not
Psych
only
major, it's
psych
a huge red
majors,
flag.
but like a specific subgenre is when they're undergraduate psych majors that try to diagnose you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've had the DSM-5 pulled out, like on me mid conversation.
Look,
Yeah.
this is what Freud says. All right. On
Oh,
Freud,
another
all
one
right.
that got quoted at me all the time was Carl Jung.
Yeah, I've
As
heard that
Carl
one.
Jung says. Well, as I say, I'm going to defenestrate you.
yeah. So,
Yeah, that's a red flag for me.
no, yeah, absolutely. I would agree with that. I haven't encountered any psych majors myself that I'm aware of. So,
Lucky.
maybe that's why they never worked out. if I
Well, they're
did.
not hard to find. They don't really hide in the shadows.
They should.
They make it known.
That's true. They really do.
But no, one big one, at least for me. Correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but I'm dying on this hill. I don't care. But anybody that
Ooh.
anybody that finds out that I'm like a Lord of the Rings nerd, or like I'm into Harry Potter, or anything that's had a movie adaptation of a book, and they immediately start grilling me about the book being better than the movie, I'm done.
Okay.
I won't even consider it anymore. Like, can I not just like the fucking movies? Can I please
No.
just like them, for fuck's sake? And yeah, I won't even do it. I can't.
So do you have the capital to tell them, like, I have read the books, you might be right, but I like this.
So
I like this instead.
I have listened to all the Lord of the Rings books, and I love them. I think they're great. I mean, I don't disagree that they're terrible books or good books. Sorry, but that doesn't make the movies bad. You know what I mean? Same with the Harry
Yeah.
Potters. Like, I've not read the Harry Potters, but I feel like I'd probably have a similar outlook on it. Like, they're probably great books. I'm sure they are, but why can't the people that enjoy the movies just enjoy the movies? You know, just
I
let
can
it
definitely
happen.
give some insight into that. I happen to be super fans of both of those.
Books and
Uh,
movies.
Absolutely.
Oh, good, good.
I'm huge into the movies,
Oh,
huge into the books.
hell yeah, that's
And
what I like to hear.
I get very like seriously. Yeah.
Nice.
I get very frustrated when people are like that too because first of all, Lord of the Rings trilogy movies masterpiece. It is the
Absolutely.
best book to movie adaptation that I've ever seen and will ever seen.
Ugh.
Oh, that's sick.
Had to
I
do it to
love
him.
it.
For the
Had to do
listener
it
at
to
home,
him.
we're flexing our tattoos.
Yep.
I
Jacob has
love
a
it.
sword that I don't understand because I did not watch anything besides the first Lord of the Rings movie.
Oh,
Are you fucking kidding me?
that's
Okay, well the
where
first one's all you need, but like also
that's where
why
you're
you
wrong,
haven't
kiddo.
watched Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
I didn't like them.
Get
I
out
did
of
not
here.
like
Wow.
the first movie. It
Fuck out of
bored the
here.
fuck out of me.
I'm
Well,
just kidding.
that's really frustrating.
Everybody's
Yeah,
entitled to
especially
their own
since I love The
opinions,
Hobbit.
but whoa,
You love The
what? I
Hobbit.
mean, I like the
Interesting.
Hobbits too,
Love the
but
Hobbit movies.
Okay,
really
okay.
interesting.
I would say I think The
Red
Hobbit is a
flag.
standalone.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, all right, all right, all right.
Red flag.
Here's my
I
hot
said
take.
red
Here's my
flag.
hot take,
I'm
right?
fucking with you.
The Hobbit movies, if we're talking about book to movie adaptation, complete fail. But
Okay.
the Hobbit movies standing alone, I would say are not bad. I would say where they fail is that Peter Jackson tried to make them like the Lord of the Rings movies. The Hobbit is a children's book, and it reads as a children's book. It does
Right.
not read like Lord of the Rings books.
Right.
It's very lighthearted. It's an adventure. It could have been summed up in one movie. Um, I think that the movie had weird themes, like adult themes that were brought in that were not included in the book, that just kind of came out of nowhere and did not need to be included, and then it kind of fucked with the overall message of The Hobbit, and that's why people get mad about The Hobbit. But I
Right.
also think that the special effects were fucking killer. All of the acting was amazing. The music is fucking top notch.
The
Like
choreography.
it's still great.
Yeah.
It
No,
is.
I agree.
Lord of the Rings, yeah,
I
yeah.
agree 100%. But I think actually the problem that they had with the Hobbit movies, I'm pretty sure was not entirely Peter Jackson's fault though. I think it was the studio that was pressuring him to split it into three things. I'm almost certain. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that he he was trying to make it two movies instead of three, but the studio was pressuring really hard to make a trilogy because they just do better for whatever
Because Lord of the
reason.
Rings was,
And yeah,
I
and Lord of
mean,
the Rings.
yeah, they were trying to copy that. No,
But
I completely buy that.
but on top of that though, being pressured to do what they did with the Lord of the Rings in less time than they did with the Lord of the Rings caused them to do a lot of the stuff with the CGI and the special effects, which I do agree were good, but it's not the same as having like an army of like real orcs and shit marching down. You know what I mean? Like there was a lot of things that it just missed with. But I agree. I love them. I love all the Hobbit movies. I love Desolation of Smaug's like phenomenal in every way. But like the Lord of the Rings are just fucking masterpieces. Any way you hash them, like any way you hash them, I love them.
I just love. I don't remember how old I was watching the first Hobbit movie, but after they defeated the mountain trolls and they're digging around in a cave and they're grabbing gold pieces and swords, I was like, fuck, I got it. I want this. I want to go on this adventure. Can I go
Hell
grab a
yeah.
little sword out of a cave that glows?
I
I
like
The
listen
Goblin
to
Slayer? You fucking kidding me? Yeah.
yeah,
I listen to Mountain Trolls like probably once a week.
hell yeah,
I think that track is fucking awesome.
yeah.
I
It's
love it.
the
But
part of
yeah,
the part about that scene that you just mentioned though, like one of my favorite scenes is during that scene where Gloin, Gimli's dad, is talking, or they're like digging up some treasure or whatever, and they're just like fucking in awe about all the treasure that's there. And Gloin looks over at one of the other ones and he says, "Nori, get a shovel." Like he's like, "Dude, come on, we gotta fucking bury this
yeah,
shit so
like
no one takes
seriously,
it, so we can come back and grab it." And it's just like the matter of fact about it was just funny as hell to me. I
yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
I actually
The biggest
okay.
thing
No,
with
go
the
ahead.
Hobbit movies that kind of annoyed me was Bjorn's interpretation
Oh yeah,
from the book
Beorn.
to the
Yeah,
movie. I mean, they really missed the mark with him.
I
And
feel
then
you.
they just included some things that were not in the books as precursors to Lord of the Rings, like little, hints that Saruman is evil. And it's like, okay, but like, that's not in the book and we don't need to know it. But
Yeah,
anyway.
I do think that they did savor a little bit of that whimsy though, from it being a children's book. I think that because it's such a stark contract from the Lord of the Rings, it does give like a more lighthearted esque. I agree. I agree with you that there are just adult themes in there that definitely didn't need to be in there at all by any stretch. But overall, even the color palette is so much more vibrant
You're
and
right.
so
It's a
much more
lot vibrant.
saturated and
Yeah.
shit, and
I mean,
like it pops out much more like a fairy tale than um, the Lord of the Rings did, and so forth. But no, absolutely. But actually, I have one more quick Lord of the Rings story for you because it's funny as hell, and I will tell this to everybody because I'm so proud of it. But um, at the Buffalo 61 in the town I lived in Iowa, they had trivia night every Wednesday, right? And every now and then, or maybe once a month or something, they'd have a themed trivia night. And of course, they had a Lord of the Rings one night. And your boy had to go. So I did. Well, I show up, and it's just our group and this other group that is at every trivia event in Southeast Iowa. I mean, they are always at every trivia event, and they always win, like all the time. They're snobby about it too. They go to these trivia events with the
gross.
intent to kill, and they do. It's fucking dumb, okay? But
Yeah, that's what you're there for now.
yeah. So
To show them up.
the reason why, and I've been to several trivias, but this one I knew I had to be a part of. But the only reason there was only two groups, I think there might have been a third and a fourth, but they were irrelevant because they didn't know shit. However, it was cold as fuck outside, and nobody wanted to go this week for whatever reason. It was like windy and snowing and shit, so nobody showed up. However, this is the only match I needed, was this group of snobby assholes on the Lord of the Rings trivia night, just so I could put them in their place, right? So we're going through these rounds, and I'm whizzing through these fucking questions, no problem, right? I'm getting them, they're getting them. We're pretty much like neck and neck the whole time, until eventually, the guy from that's like hosting the trivia thing, he asks a question about the trolls from the Lord of the Rings, and or sorry, from the Hobbit movies, the trolls that were stone statues and shit, and
Yeah.
and they got it wrong. They got the
Ooh.
question wrong, right? And I think the question was how many trolls were. I don't remember, but my point is they got it wrong. Okay, and when he was going through the answers, he explained exactly what my answer was because I got it right because I'm better than them. But uh, the guy at the fucking table in that group, he raised his hand and he was like, "Well, that's actually a Hobbit question. I didn't realize we were doing the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings." And I raised my hand and I was like, "Well, actually,
And they
if
do
you
encounter
if you
the
pay
trolls.
attention to the scene where they are going through on their way to Rivendell to
Mhm.
get Frodo healed after getting stabbed, there are three trolls that
They're in
are
the background.
yeah, they're stuck there
They
in
do it as
time
an
because they're
Easter egg.
stuck as fucking like stone from the
Hmm.
Hobbit movies. Yes, but they are in the Lord of the Rings.
Dude,
They're there,
holy
Yep. They
fuck.
absolutely are.
That you could point that out to them.
and they were
That's awesome.
No, it's in
pissed.
Fellowship.
Yeah,
No,
they
it's
were
fully in there. First
they
time I
were
saw that, I flipped
pissed
shit.
about it. Oh, dude, I geeked over
Oh,
it. I
God.
loved it. But dude,
Hey,
they
there-
fucking threw a fit about it and whatnot. But anyway, we ended up winning, and I say we, but it was mainly just me. My whole group was
Hey,
just
you
like,
go off, King.
I don't know most of these, but we're glad you're here, Jake. Thanks for taking the reins on this one, bud. Anyway, that was my story. I was very proud of it. It was lovely. I would love to just relive that moment like 500 more times, but
So is that another red flag for anybody else? Someone who's like the know-it-all of any subject?
yes.
I think to an extent.
I mean, if
Like,
you're gonna be an asshole about it, yes, yes,
Yeah, like it all depends on intent behind the knowledge that you're being shared. Because if you are going to sit there and talk at me And if the word, like even just the word mansplaining, like comes to my mind when somebody's explaining something, I'm out.
Yep.
I just do not have the patience. Like with the year that I've had, no, I'm not going to sit there and listen to anybody anymore. Sorry. If you're not going to explain it in a kind way that doesn't make me feel stupid for your own gain, to make you feel smarter,
Yeah.
don't need to listen.
Felt that we had someone in it wasn't in Shakespeare. What was it? It was our critical methods class, but we started with Hamlet or some shit like that. And I could be way nicer about understanding people's love for certain genres and authors, but we start on this and everyone are like a majority of the world hates Shakespeare as far as I know. Like we're sick of hearing about him. And this one person in my class is like, "Well, I find Shakespeare to be hilarious."
I think he's
Instantly,
fascinating.
fucking ick.
Who was that?
I can't name drop on here.
Just tell me
be-
later.
Yeah, just
When
PM
was
her
it?
later.
Was this year or was it last year?
It was
Are you
last
saying-
year.
So it was critical methods. Like
It was critical methods, yeah.
somebody said they loved Shakespeare.
Not that they loved it, but that they
He's
they
hilarious.
personally found Shakespeare to be hilarious.
I was in this class. Was I not?
Yeah. No, you were. This was before we had like moved around rooms and stuff. The details of that didn't matter. But after I heard that, I was like, okay, stop talking. But I'm also a dick because I have like never laughed at anything I've read. I've not laughed at anything I've read, and I've never gotten scared of anything that I've read. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Maybe it's I can see like images of stuff that will be
It's
grotesque,
too
but yeah, I think I'm just like I already know that I am a walking ball of red flags, but like maybe I'm the problem here.
At least you admit it.
Maybe Shakespeare's really funny, and my sense of humor is just terrible.
No, he's
Shakespeare
not.
can be funny. I don't know that I would describe him as really
Dude,
funny
egg
with the
stabbed
ability
him.
to. Dude, that's funny. That's fucking funny. Are you kidding me? I love that. I call people eggs all the time now.
Eggs are funny though.
Eggs are
fucking
funny.
hilarious. Dude.
Eggs are hilarious. Double yolks.
Jesus.
Like how many
Meat
chickens you
slapper.
got in there?
How many underproduced chickens do you have in that egg?
Let's see.
Let's see.
Red flags.
I think that people that where was I going with that?
Good question, brother. You need to
I just
draw-
lost
draw
it
the map.
entirely. What the hell's going on? Let's see. People that are like movie spoilers, red flags.
Oh, like with or without consent? You mean like people that walk around talking about a movie because they're excited about it, or you mean like you're like, hey, I haven't seen it yet, and they go, okay, but check this out, and then
Yeah.
they tell you the. Okay, yeah.
Those
I,
people are horrible.
The ones that are just overtly like, hey, I know you haven't seen this shit yet, but I have to talk to you about it anyway. He dies. He just fucking dies like halfway through the movie. No, don't tell me that.
Dude, I pulled the ultimate move like that at a movie theater once, and this was like,
You're an asshole.
I realize now this was me being an asshole, especially because I did it to children in front of their parents. But we were
Oh, it's
we were
kids.
gonna go
Never
watch
mind. That's fine.
we were gonna go watch Infinity War, and these kids are like giddy and shaking in their fucking chairs. I think I've told you this one, Jacob. But
I don't think you have actually, but the second you said
coming-
Infinity War, I already know what's coming. I think, but
yeah, I'm coming back from the bathroom, and I'm going back to my seat, and I look at these kids on the end of the aisle, and I go, hey, Batman dies in this one. And I just walked back to my seat.
no, I forgive that one. I'll forgive that
All
one.
I heard from behind me is I walked away, and all I hear from behind me was, no, really? Kids are fucking panicking.
What a
Oh my
fake! What a
God.
fake fan!
That's amazing.
Oh, I guess I should have said spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen Infinity War. Batman, Robert Pattinson dies. Sorry.
Jesus Christ,
I don't know.
that's horrible.
Yeah, I don't like
I love it, but
movie
it's
spoilers.
fucking
I don't-
horrible.
I don't like movie spoiler people either, but luckily I can like avoid most of that. I just don't talk to people.
That goes with like books and games
Sure you
too.
don't.
Books and games too. Don't spoil shit.
Oh yeah,
Come
dude,
on.
if you were in our classes right now where it's pretty much like half the classes we take together are just book club and we have to read to a certain stopping point and
this
discuss.
drives
It gets
me
heated.
up a wall. It's me, it's Peyton, and it's Claire. We are the only people that read the book. Fine. That's fine. I read it up until exactly where I'm supposed to read it to that day, because I know myself. I will blurt out the ending. I cannot keep my fucking mouth shut. It's too big. My lips move too fast. Like, I just can't. It cannot stop the words that come out of my face. However, when other people do not have the same courtesy and they read ahead and then they spoil it, I want to throw those people out of the window. I'm so frustrated, and it makes me so mad. I don't care if I'm overreacting. Actually, I don't.
No, that's
It's
fair.
not in that classroom
fair.
setting. It's not, especially when
Thank
it's
you.
someone who normally doesn't talk in class, and then all of a sudden they get a burst of excitement, and then the teacher's like, "Well, we haven't gotten to that point yet," and then they still
Literally.
go, "Oh, but like I need to, I
I'm
need you to
literally
hear me
upset. Like,
speaking for once
we
in this
actually
class."
haven't done it yet. We haven't done it yet, but thank you for saying that. Yeah. That annoys me a lot. There are a lot of red flags associated with like dating apps too.
Ooh, yeah, I know you got stories for this.
I mean, we all do. Well, not you, but
I have
normal
not
people
used
do.
a dating app. I suck at dating.
Yeah, but
That's
you've
why I only
been.
did it once.
I was gonna say you've been in a
I was gonna
relationship
say
for a
it's
while,
pretty
so
successful. You have a 100% success rate, so I would say that's
Dude,
actually.
my KD is insane. I'm both the worst person and the best person on giving dating advice.
Okay.
I'm terrible at dating,
Technically.
but mine personally has worked out. So listen to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Dating apps, I think, in general, are very, very hit or miss. Very hit or miss. I have kind of an extreme red flag. It's a little bit like it's a little bit specific, so I really hope that she doesn't end up watching this at some point. I don't talk to her anymore, but
Oh,
it's
I was
not.
hoping to talk about your current.
No, no red flags there yet that I'm aware of. But no, one that I recent it was recent. I will say that, but like within the past couple months anyway. And dude, I was shook. All right, and I've heard some crazy shit before, but this was going off the cuff a little bit. And she ended up getting called out of work or something because they didn't need her or something, and she had some extra time, and I just so happened to be off work. So it was the first time that we were gonna like physically be hanging out together, right? So she comes over and we go to some like antique store or some shit. We're just kind of like bullshitting, going to random places and whatnot, grabbing food. And on the way there, keep in mind, this is the very first time that I've physically been in her presence, all right? And she's talking about, something gets brought up about like truegore.com or something like that, which, if you're not familiar, is just a website where people post like legitimate fucking like beheadings and like like cartel shooting videos and shit, like suicides, like all kinds of stuff like that. And it's really fucked up and not my forte, okay? I don't get into all that shit, but some weird people are into that, right? So right off the bat, I'm already a little concerned. She's talking to me about how she frequents this site because she just thinks it's fascinating. She thinks it's interesting. And I'm like, okay. So she continues, right? She's like, yeah, there's some times where, like, I just have these weird intrusive thoughts about wanting to be in a relationship with a cartel gang member or something like that, because it's like, it's super, like, really, really, really fascinating to me to possibly have been killed in a situation like that or something like that. And I'm like, why are you telling me this? You know? And she's just going off the rails, talking about this weird, sick fantasy that she's got or some shit. And
Of being a cartel member, or
being with a cartel member, like in a relationship with one. Like, she's talking to me about how she desires this or some shit like that. And I'm just like, okay.
Dude, think of the money though.
No, it's a lot, and I'm freaking out a little bit. I'm like, okay, this is a little weird.
I would run so fast.
Yeah, dude, I was like, this is fucking strange. I have never been in this situation before in my life. And trust me, I have had some crazy relationships before, but this one topped the charts. I mean, we weren't in a relationship, we were just talking, but again, I wouldn't tell this to anybody really, let alone somebody I'm meeting for the first time, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And I knew I had to get out of that situation so fast. So eventually it got to a point where like we had gotten coffee or some shit like that. And I'm like, oh man, that's right. I forgot I have to go like do grocery shopping or something today. So I'm going to have to head out. And she drove me back to my house. And I was like, oh, never fucking talking to that chick again ever in my life. And I haven't spoken to her since.
I've got a drug deal going on at 3. I need to be present for at the end of that.
Yeah.
No, she'd stay. She wouldn't leave.
It was wild, dude. And
I'm like,
so uncomfortable the whole time.
no, that's very scary. I mean, those are red flags that are like serial killer red flags. I mean, that's not, yeah, no.
The craziest part was, I'm pretty sure she used to be like a teacher or some shit like that. Or she was like some kind of teacher or some weird shit. I think she's doing something with like dental shit now. I don't know, but one way or another, never again, never in my life.
Okay, so oversharers.
Way oversharers.
Okay, so they're kind of clingy.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
God. Yeah, no, dude, I was scared shitless the whole time.
Yeah.
And I don't scare easy. Like I said, I've been in some relationships where it's just bad. It's not great situations, you know, but never anything like that in my life. So I don't know, it's a fun story to tell, I guess, but that's about that.
Yeah. I ended up taking a break from dating apps near the beginning of this semester, and it's been honestly so incredible. I'm not like worried for my life. I'm not, scared that I'm about to get murdered. Like, it's been so nice. It's been nice. But yeah, I've got fucking whack ass stories. I will say that like a common denominator between a lot of people, something that I just don't even entertain anymore is when you match with somebody and right away they want to leave the app.
Oh, yeah.
Like they want your number or your Snapchat or your Instagram or something, and they want to take the conversation out of the app immediately.
Right.
No,
right.
that's not how this works. You're gonna earn, like, we're gonna have a conversation. We're going to decide if like you get my contact information or if I get your contact. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you can't be too careful with shit like that, especially with people you're meeting on an app. I mean, it's not
the whole anonymity part of the dating apps is the appeal. So that's a huge red flag, is if you match with somebody and then immediately they're just like, SC.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I feel you.
So?
I have had that a couple times as well, and most of the time I just stop talking to them because I no, no.
I just don't respond.
Yeah, that's all it is. I also have, and I don't know and I know for women as opposed to men on dating apps, it's a whole different ball game. But for me personally, and a lot of the dude friends that I've got that are on dating apps or whatever, my biggest red flag is when we match or whatever and you don't say anything at all. You don't respond to anything. You don't send a message, nothing at all. And I don't know if that has anything to do with, like, the fact that women generally will have more matches in general because guys are fucking pigs or whatever, but at the same time, like, dude, if you matched with me, at least say hi, or like, and 9 times out of 10 I start the conversation anyway because I never shut up as it is, so I'm good at talking to people, but you can't respond one time, like, why'd you even match with me?
I will say that swiping, is like fun. Like, everybody just swipes to swipe, and you match if you match. You know what I mean? Like, that's just something that happens.
Playing us for fools, god damn it. No,
okay, but like, okay, the other thing is that I don't know how to say this without like seeming so. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna say it because I do feel like this is probably okay.
Just do it.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of matches.
Yikes.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, but like, yeah, a lot. Like, I can't sift through them.
I mean,
I do not have time.
I get a decent amount, but I don't get that. I don't get that many. There's
I
damn sure I don't get that many, but I get enough.
I don't,
You know what I
and
mean?
I'm not even saying that it's anything about me. Like, I'm really not. I just think it's different for women and men. I
Right.
don't know why. I'm sure we can speculate that about that all the time, but I cannot. I literally, if somebody doesn't like talk first, I can't even look to see who's there because I don't even look to see who's up here. Like it's just the conversations, and then it's like, okay, if I can talk, I can, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then it's like if something comes up with school or something comes up with my friends or my family, first priority, immediately dropping whatever's
Oh
going
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah,
with that
naturally.
app, and
Right.
then it gets buried and it's lost.
That's fair.
It's
That's
it's
fair.
genuinely never personal.
I feel that.
It's just not.
I feel that.
Yeah.
But it
I don't know
sucks.
if that makes it better or worse. I know. Yeah.
I mean, not that I'm
That's
concerned
it.
about it
Jacob,
now.
we got a woman on the podcast. Slut shaming. Let it begin.
Ha 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 ha.
No,
Funny.
Women's. No, I'm just kidding.
that's fucking stupid. But
No, no, I feel you though. Like I get it. I don't know. It also has a lot to do with the fact that like a lot of the time I've seen on girls' profiles, message me first. I'm not going to respond if you don't, or something like. Or I'm not going to message you first, so please
Mm.
message me first and shit.
that's
Like
already a red flag in
Mm-mm.
itself.
Yeah, I
nine
don't like that.
nine times
If
out of
someone's
10,
like,
I'm gonna send a first message anyway because I already know the odds are I am more than likely better at talking than that person is, just because I know
Of what
myself
they put in their bio.
and
Yeah.
because of their bio. Yeah, but so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna talk to them first anyway. But the ones that like go out of their way, like, hey, I'll respond if you message me first, but I'm probably not
Oh,
going to
that's
say
really
anything
weird.
first. Like, okay, well, I'm messaging you first. Now what? I don't know, but
I'm
I
really not a fan. I would say that a big red flag for me are those general disclaimers, the blanket
yeah.
statements that people put in their bios. I'm really not a fan of those.
Oh my God. Speaking of
And I see a
bios,
lot, like, as a woman, like, I can see the same bio, like, four swipes in a row, you
yeah.
know?
Then another big bio red flag, in my opinion, is if you have to put somewhere in your bio that you smoke weed, I'm not gonna swipe on you. Like,
dude,
if you have to have
Bible
it in there,
verses.
if you have to
Yeah.
have it in there,
Bible
no.
verses is a big one, too.
Bible verses is a bad one.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, the weed thing is huge. Yeah. If
it's
you
just
if you put it somewhere, if it's like in more than one of your pictures, you're you're like addicted.
more
Like
than one of
fully
your
like you've got
pictures,
like substance.
more than one of your pictures, and texted in your bio. Plus, you have the
Yep.
little icon underneath on the Tumblr or Tinder thing or Hinge thing or whatever that
Oh
says
yeah.
that you
Oh yeah.
smoke.
No, that's way too much.
You don't need to
Way
put
too
it. All
much.
right. Most likely, if you're gonna match with somebody, they're like nowadays they're probably okay with you smoking weed anyway. So you don't have to put it
Mhm.
in there to begin with. Like me example, I don't give a fuck if you smoke weed. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Teach their own. But like, dude, you've got pictures of you smoking weed, and you've got pictures of you getting completely shit faced drunk with your friends, and you've got a bunch of it in your bio, like 420 friendly. I smoke a lot. I smoke. I have a joint in my fucking mouth all the time. All
Yeah,
right, man.
Congrats.
That's great.
I'm with you.
That's awesome.
Here's,
Whatever. But
here's a cookie. You're welcome.
yeah,
Thank you for sharing. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, seriously. That's something that I look for too. Um
Ooh, that leads to oh, sorry. What do you have?
I was just gonna say barring the like I am looking for someone to control blatantly
yeah,
Oh,
bios because
yeah.
I see those a lot too, you know? Or like I mean I had this one guy message me and for the longest time I kind of had in my bio and I guess this is a blanket statement, but I kind of put it in as more of a I'm letting you know my intentions up front. So I would put like I'm not really looking for anything serious. Like, I'm out of here in May, right? Like, I'm just putting that out there. Like, I'm moving away soon. So I'm not, like, I'm just casual, friends with benefits, whatever. And I had a guy, this was so weird, message me, and it was like it was a business transaction.
Ooh,
It was the strangest chain of messages it's up there, at least, that I've ever had. He wanted it to be like a regular thing, which I was like, okay, but I'm not like setting like a scheduled time with you. But he's like, no, why? Like,
Because I don't want
and
to.
then, yeah, he lived an hour away and was like, well, yeah, like I don't want to drive to you, so you'll have to come to me. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not gonna work. Like, like if we could do 50-50, that'd be fine. But like, I have to, like, I might. This was like before I got my block placement too, so I was already like, I might be driving 2 hours a day every day to like go teach children. Like, I'm not gonna, go the opposite direction to go and, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
And he's like, well, what if I just gave you money?
bro. Then spend it on your own gas and get your ass down here.
He's like, what if I gave you gas money? And I'm like, no, that makes me really uncomfortable. And he's like, well, I'd pay for you to get dinner. You could sleep over. I'd pay for you to get. I'm like, it makes me so uncomfortable when people want to pay for like dinner for me.
Yeah.
So uncomfortable. No, no.
So there's a huge thing with the dinner thing anyway. So at least in the the past, men have just been like hardwired to just have to pay for dinner. Like, I mean, if you're going on a date or whatever, it's just a courtesy that men have been hardwired to understand. It is your job as the dude to pay for the dinner and so forth. Which I think nowadays we're kind of moving away from. At least I've noticed that my past couple of times that I've been in a relationship, they have never had a problem alternating. Like, I'll get dinner tonight, you get dinner tomorrow, and whatever.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I mean, I don't mind that at all. But I think it's a different level of weird when you add the whole I'll pay for your gas and shit to come out here as well as your dinner, and like when you're adding all that other stuff, it becomes super fucking
So
weird.
uncomfortable.
Not happening. But if you guys have been
Yeah.
talking for a little bit or whatever, and you
No.
guys just
This
casual
was like
dates
the
or whatever,
first conversation.
yeah, no, fuck
This
all
was
that.
crazy.
Nope.
No, I can't. The other thing too, just a little backstory for me. A year ago yesterday, was broken up with out of a, I don't know, almost 4-year relationship. First relationship, like out of high school, went to college together. One of those situations,
Right.
cheated on me with my best friend.
Oh, I've been there before. Yikes.
Yeah, it's a nice rite of passage. But so since then I like have branched out in the past year. It's been the best year of my life. I turned my life around 180. Like, I just started living. I genuinely have just been having the best time.
Hell
So
yeah.
all of these experiences that I'm talking about are literally from the past year. And if it's
Right.
if it's another thing, it's the big bad guy that we don't mention his name,
Right.
like Voldemort.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, for at least for me, for the whole past year, I've never once had anybody pay for anything for me.
Right.
I just don't.
As a matter of
Like, I
fact,
don't like that.
I know we're talking about red flags here, but I will say a green flag just because we're talking about it. When you're going on a date, at least for dudes anyway, if you're going on a date and you offer to pay, right, that's great. By all means, continue to offer to pay if you guys are going on a date to get dinner or whatever. But if she actively says, no, it's okay, I'll pay for mine and you can pay for yours or whatever, green flag. Like, that is okay.
Yeah, I say
that
that every
that is
time.
commendable. That is something that is just, it's just a cool respect thing to do. You can definitely counter that if you want. Just be like, no, it's no cool, no big deal. I got it. It is what it is or whatever. Now, if they persist and they're like, no, I'm probably
Yeah.
just gonna pay for myself. More than likely, in my experience anyway, they just don't want to continue. They just don't feel like this is going anywhere. So they're probably gonna start dwindling on talking and so forth like that. But at that point, if you've offered and you've rebutted with, no, it's okay, I'll pay for it this time. We can get it next time or something like that. And then they're like, okay, yeah, sure, that's fine. I appreciate it. That's another thing. If they thank you for paying, big win, big green flag.
People not thank.
Expected, it's a red. If they expect it, then it's a red flag.
Yeah, if they don't
Yeah.
say thank you, red flag. If they don't tip, red flag.
Oh. Oop.
Get out of here, Peyton.
Whoops.
Stop. Hate that.
That's not good.
I can't. I'm not a. Yeah. I'm very much. If if we're out on a date and it's in public and we're at a restaurant, you best fucking believe I'm watching everything you are doing. Every interaction you have
Oh, yeah,
with the server.
The no tip thing is absolutely for both sides, by the way. Like,
That's it.
if
Done.
now
No
here-
more.
Now hear me out. I will say this: I have been in financial situations where I could literally only afford to get my food. And those times have passed. I was struggling with money a lot, back in the day and shit. And I physically,
Now
I
we're
just
rich,
could.
successful YouTubers.
Yeah, we're rich and famous now, and we have top charting hits like The Locker and our blockbuster film, The Pizzaverse. Big plug, go check it out. Anyway, there were times that in my life that I just could not tip, but I had to eat. Like I had to get something. So I mean, in that scenario, obviously there's some exceptions, and there's nothing that you can do about it. I get it, but if you're in a position where you're taking somebody on a date, you should probably have at least a little money to tip. You know what I mean? Even if it's a little bit. Like it's the thought that counts. At least you're trying, but like, don't be that person. Like, I've worked in retail most of my life. But I've also worked plenty of other jobs, and I've got lots of friends that have been in the food industry. Dude, they eat so much shit. It's not even funny. Retail included. We go through the fucking ringer, dude. But even $1, it's something. You tried your best. You did what you could. It's something, But
So, you said you...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm just totally
go for
interrupting
it.
you again. That's just me mansplaining again.
Oh my
red
god.
flag, red flag.
Yeah, I'm the worst. So you mentioned like I'm watching everything you're doing on this dinner date. Are there any like red flags y'all have for like foods or actions that they're doing on a date? Because I know my food habits get me a lot of shit, and now it's just become second nature to me that I like dip my cheeseburger in ranch, and it's already pretty bad that I get a plain cheeseburger wherever I go.
Have you ever seen?
Is that
Have you ever seen any of my hot dogs? Like the
any of your hot dogs?
The crazy fucking hot dogs that I made.
No, I didn't know there was making of hot dogs. I thought it was just bun, wiener, microwave.
No, trust me. I'll send you some pictures later. I've got some hot dogs that would probably be considered red flags, but I eat them all the time. Like, the hot dogs themselves are red flags, and the fact that I'm eating them is like 3 red flags. But they're so fucking good.
Is there food or dinner etiquette that y'all have noticed are red flags? I also like finger food, most of my stuff. I don't use utensils.
I'm the exact opposite. I use utensils for things that I'm not supposed to use utensils for because of my mustache. So I have to like cut it up into smaller pieces and shit. So like cheeseburgers, dude, I don't give a fuck. Even if it's a first date, you think that's weird, dude. This thing is going into my mouth if I don't cut it up into smaller pieces. All right, this is like fucking 4 feet long. All right, so if I don't cut that cheeseburger up into smaller pieces and I'm eating it like this, all of this is getting inhaled, and I don't like that. So
yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, I don't know. I think that like as for like eating etiquette, chewing with your mouth open is a big one.
Oh,
yeah,
There's that.
it's
Like
pretty gross.
that's not good. Um, there's that. But I would say like I really try not to judge people on what they order or how they order it. I understand like there's a lot of like potential sensory issues that are happening. There's a lot of things that you don't understand could be going on. There's nutritional problems, there's dietary restrictions, there's allergies. I am a very complicated eater myself. Yes, I don't, you know what I mean? If somebody like I would say another green flag, just if we're talking about it, is somebody, if we were talking about getting food, that asks those questions. That makes me feel very seen and very heard. Like,
Right.
why don't you check out this menu and see if there's anything you can eat here? Like, that goes a really long way to making me feel valued.
Right.
But
that's why
yeah,
it's fun eating out with you wherever, because you and me and Claire like get lunch often. And so like before I knew I had invited us to B-dubs, before I knew that you were doing like mostly pescatarian stuff, I was like, oh, I fuck. But you still found,
no,
you're one of those people that will still like or the menu, and you like just want to be there to hang out even if you can't find something to
always.
eat,
Even
and
if I can't eat
it's so awesome.
anything, even if I can't eat anything, I'll just get like a little drink or something, and we can still hang out. I'm somebody that just so values just being included and being invited in the first place.
Same.
I will just jump at the chance to go anywhere. I'm not like I'm never gonna, And then if like anybody puts like a single iota of like effort into anything, I will take that and just run.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I really don't like. It's not a huge thing. I will say though, the only thing that like the food thing that I would say If I'm talking, and I don't say this unsolicited, so I'll just say this and be done with it. If you don't want to hear more about it, I will not talk about it. But I'm a pescatarian. I don't eat meat, and I haven't for a few years, except for and some seafood. Um, but if somebody asks me why, and I'm telling them my reasoning, and I'm giving, I'm explaining, why I do what I do and whatever, and then they will like continue to judge me or say, "Oh, well, that's fucking stupid. I'm still gonna only eat meat." Like their reaction to that is has the potential to be one of the biggest red flags ever.
Right.
I feel like asking why someone does a certain thing in general, it just can we outlaw that? Like the same
Yeah.
it's
Well,
like if you
hang on.
flip it, if
Hang on, hang
someone's
on, hang
like,
on,
"Oh,
hang on.
why do
Before you say that,
oh,
because I'm gonna rebuttal that just really quick because I am naturally just by nature a curious person. If I'm
you're
asking
a little
somebody,
bi-curious, yeah."
yeah. So if I'm asking somebody that, it is genuinely just because I just want to know why. I'm curious. And I also would like to know why, so I don't fuck up in the future. You know what I mean? Like if there is something like that, or if they're vegan, or if they have a certain diet that they have to go through, or they can't eat certain things or whatever. I'm curious enough to just want to know why. After that, I just lay it out. I mean, that's fine by me. I don't give a shit one way or another. But
Yeah, I'm
I
I'm
don't go
very
this I don't go the step further and like grill them for it. Like it is what it is. If you want to eat whatever you
yeah,
want, that's fine. I'm just curious.
I'm
I just
That's
want
what I
very
mean is
yeah,
the condescending tone when someone
yeah.
asks. It's not actual curiosity. It's just like,
yeah.
why? Why
It's
do you choose
it's
to live that lifestyle instead of being like, "Oh, that's an interesting choice. I haven't heard that before. Give me more details."
it's
But like,
not what you
if you
say. It's how
flip the
you say
script,
it.
like I said, people don't go around saying like, "Why do you eat cheeseburger?
Yeah, yeah,
Why
yeah.
do you do that?"
I got you.
Right. I mean, the
Or
other
like,
thing, yeah, like
yeah,
I try to the other like I will try to not give that opinion unsolicited because I am very aware of the like perception of vegetarians and like vegans,
Mm.
especially for our environmental reasons,
Right, right,
and the
right.
judgment that they pass on to other people. And so I try not to let that come from me, but I also will always take the chance to like try and plug my little save the world speech
Right, right,
if
right.
if I'm allowed. So it's kind of, you know what I mean? Like if you're asking for it and then you will have that attitude back at me, that's very frustrating for me. I another like green flag we're talking about. I know we're red flag conversation, but I do really like it when people ask questions. Like
Yeah.
there are a lot of times, I mean same vein, there people just don't ask questions about themselves. That's something that I've noticed like as a woman is that a lot of men will just expect the conversation to revolve around them all the
Oh,
time.
right.
Like
Yep, yep.
you're going to ask me questions now. It's like, "Well, do you want to ask about my day?" No.
Right.
Okay. Like,
No,
so if
I
yeah,
somebody
feel you.
does ask me something, I will give you an answer. I
Yeah.
will talk. I know how to talk. I'll talk back, Like,
Right.
you need to give people the chance.
No,
So,
I absolutely feel that. I ask too many questions sometimes, but again, it is just because I'm curious. It's not like a prodding thing or probing or anything. I like knowing how things work. I like understanding how things work, and how I like knowing how people work, especially. And I've also got like efficiency, customer service, like retail brain like drilled into my face. So that might also have something to do with it. But my mom is also a very naturally curious person, so I probably got a lot from her as well. But it is genuine curiosity. I just want to know how it works, why it works, and if there's anything that I could do, especially if I'm dating somebody, or if I'm actively trying to pursue somebody. Um, like in your case, if there's a certain diet that you go by or whatever, I would want to know that if I'm intending on pursuing you into a relationship, like, because if I don't, that's obviously going to build tension and not good shit within the relationship anyway, and then you're just setting yourself up for failure. So,
yep.
but no, I feel you.
I mean, I do feel like I've gone, I don't know, like a few months or like weeks or whatever, like into talking to somebody, like talking every day. And it's like they still couldn't tell you like my favorite color or that I don't eat meat or,
Mm,
like the very like basic things about me that everybody knows. Like that's
that's
very strange to me.
that's a red flag.
Yeah, like if I'm talking with somebody and like I'll like mention a story, I'm like a moth got in my apartment last night. It just ruined my whole night. And they're like, "What? Why?" Like, do you listen to a single thing I say ever?
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
I've talked about how much I hate butterflies like every day. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of I don't know.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Yeah.
There should be some level of like, I mean, I get people can be forgetful sometimes, but there are certain things that you should probably just retain if you're gonna be with somebody, like
Yep.
birthdays or general fears of things
Yes.
or diets
Yeah.
or whatever. Like some of those things you should just
Anniversary.
have. And if you have a hard time remembering shit, write that fucking thing down, dude. Like write it
Yeah,
down.
set a fucking reminder in your goddamn
Yeah,
phone that
put
you
it in your
take
phone.
with you everywhere.
Tell
Like,
it.
no fucking excuses.
Tell your Google Home to remind you and like on your next date that
Yeah,
this person has a thing that they don't like or whatever. But
so annoying.
I do have
Another red flag if you're a butterfly.
oof.
Yeah.
I just so happen to be a butterfly.
If you're just a butterfly.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Me when I'm a
me when
butterfly.
I'm a butterfly.
Me when I'm a chrysalis, about to be a butterfly.
Hey,
Ugh.
this is just like a me thing mostly, but those locust shells, not the bug that comes out of them, but the
Cicada
shells,
shells. I used to collect those.
I fucking hate them. They're
I
so
love
gross
cicada
looking.
shells.
Lou torments me with them whenever she gets the chance, and I get like
I love
genuinely
Lou.
sick to my stomach seeing this. She put one on my desk, and like I'm not observant, but I walked in,
Well, it's
and I
just
just
the
laser
skin.
focused on this thing.
It
I was
can't.
like,
Well,
you
it
gotta
can't.
get it out.
I love how much she
It
fucks
can't
with you. To be
hurt
honest with
you.
you, it's great.
It
What
can't hurt
is?
you.
How much she fucks with you, or when you
Oh
guys are
man.
like having your bickering shit on stream or something like that. It's funny as hell.
Oh,
It's great.
When you guys are like going back and forth, is just completely unhinged crackhead shit. It's fucking awesome. I love it.
it's crazy. She's got this
Really
this newer job, and the people she's working with are also pretty unhinged. So when I come in there, it's just time to put me on blast to look better in front of everyone. And I don't mind it
That's
because
so funny.
Mm. This doesn't have to do with Lou or butterflies or anything, but I was thinking about another food one. Don't ever take any food off of my plate. Ever.
uh,
I don't care if we have been in
I
a
will get
relationship
to
for
it.
like 5 years or some shit like that. If we've been together forever, if we're married, I don't give a fuck. If you want something on my plate, at least ask for it. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna give it to you anyway. But look, if I wanted that specific fry and you just took it off of my plate, I'm gonna be sad now. You know what I mean?
Oh man,
The other thing too is if somebody's like, "Do you want a fry?" They'll like offer it. I never in my entire life have ever taken the biggest, like crispiest, like fry. Like I've
Oh,
never
no.
done that.
That
Why
was-
would you do that?
That's just fucked up. That's a red flag.
Yeah. Yeah.
we do the food, quote unquote, sharing, mostly stealing bit here at home. It's Lou will never ask like to take anything of mine. I don't think he just doesn't ask for like a bite of any of my stuff. But like, we've gotten to that point where we go and get Dairy Queen, and I'll just reach my hand. I won't order a Blizzard for myself because I can't eat the whole thing, so I just put my hand out, and eventually that Blizzard comes and gets in that hand, and I get to eat it. Or
Hell yeah. I mean,
or
if
I
it's the
have
power
to
of
take the
suggestion.
first. I have to take the first sip of any drink that she gets, whether she gets it for herself or I'm bringing her one. I'll sit there, I'll crack it open and take a sip, the most minute thing, and then just hand it right back to her.
It's a poison test to make sure it's not poisoned.
Yeah.
If it
You're
was,
like
I'd be
You're like
lucky.
the king's jester. Like the little poison tester.
Jesus
I'm the royal
Christ.
fool around these parts.
Yeah, we just should get you a little hat with jingles on it.
Oh my god,
I
that'd
wanna-
I'll wear my
dude, I wanna
tiara
see
and we
that.
can match.
be sick.
I want to see that so bad. Fucking Peyton in a jester hat.
Yeah.
I want to see the tights too.
That's how he appears to me in my mind's eye. Just already.
A little royal
Hey.
fool.
I was just trying to say, hey, Christmas special, but that's not a Christmas thing at all, or even
Wait,
closely
dude.
related.
Not really.
It would make my Christmas if that helps.
I had
There you
a
go.
Christmas sweater that's it was from the movie Elf. It was the quote, and it just said "World's Tallest Elf," and of course I got it.
That's fantastic. Oh
Great.
my god.
That's fucking awesome.
Hey, you know what? Short people are a red flag.
Yeah, big time.
Listen, Queen,
Mm,
if he can't
I
reach
would
top
say-
shelf, he can't buy you top shelf.
People that really care about height, that's a red flag for me for sure.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I agree with that, but hear me out. There's also like a big thing with like preference as well, because if you're just
well,
not
I'm not.
if you're not
Yeah.
attracted to it, I mean, you can't really argue with that. But if they're like, you have to be 5'10" or higher in order for me to even
Yeah.
like sniff in your direction, that's a red flag.
That's what I'm saying. Is like there's that. I don't. I mean, everybody has preferences. I think it's an incredibly impossible thing to ask somebody to just ignore their preferences.
Yeah.
Like that just doesn't work.
Mm.
But like I'm specifically talking like another bio that I will see all the time. 6'1" if that matters. If that matters. If
Yikes.
that matters. Can you fucking stop?
Yeah,
Can
leave
you
me alone.
please stop? Like throw your phone in an inferno. I do not like you. It is so frustrating.
I'm gonna start putting 5'6" if it matters.
It's so annoying.
That's what I'm gonna
If it
put in my
matters.
bio.
3-figure
matters.
salary. Otherwise, don't swipe.
Oh god,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh my God.
People
Is that
that
one?
care, dude. People
Yeah.
that care about your money.
Income.
That's a red flag.
Oh,
I mean,
I've yet to encounter anyone there. I mean, maybe because I'm like teacher people. I don't know, but like,
I say no. It's different if you have a job. Like most people won't really care, but there are some people that like if you don't make this amount of money, it's not gonna work out, Like, it's not happening.
God.
and it's fucking wild. I've seen it many times.
Listen, even if I did have the money, you see behind me, it ain't
Right.
lasting.
It's just going there. Yeah, we know.
Jesus
Mr.
Christ.
Floating Shelves, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
a quarter. My special
We know.
interests are terrible.
yeah. Just choose different ones.
I'm trying. I'm trying to move. I'm trying to get out of Magic, and that's a red flag.
I know,
if
you're
someone's
forcing
into Magic
yourself
the
to-
Gathering. What a fucking
No,
loser!
I'm
You gross, disgusting freak. Go shower. No, but
I agree with the last part. But...
I'm trying to get out of that and like buy more books and movies. And I was like, oh, that'll be cheaper and it's better for me anyway. And
No, because
then
you like the steel books.
yeah, exactly. I was gonna say I bought a new TV and I got on eBay and I found $100 the thing from 1982 Steelbook and I was like, oh,
I need a
wait a
TV that is
minute.
4K compatible. Walmart has the monthly Black Friday deals. I want to be able to see every single pore on this man's face. I
That's
need my
literally a
blue-
lose
my blue
argument,
steel.
and I said it on this podcast too already. So I'm glad you're bringing it back around. God
Good.
damn it, guys who
Well-
buy TVs.
Guys who buy TVs, red flag. Guys
Red
who
flag.
wear
Dude, you say buy
white,
TVs.
gray, yeah, red
Dude,
flag.
I
Guys
got-
who
has a
wear
TV.
headphones, red
I
flag.
bought a new TV like every year for like 4 years in a row when
Why?
I was working at Walmart, because on our Black Friday sale and shit, we would get super fucking good deals and shit. And
What happened to you?
and when I worked at the Centerville Walmart, it was much smaller, so we always had extras afterwards. So I had a huge advantage because it's just a smaller Walmart, smaller town. And dude, I just jumped on that opportunity every year for like 4 years in a row, and I got one bigger each time until
That's
I finally landed on the 65-inch, and I haven't gotten another one since.
65?
Yeah, it's my favorite. I love it.
Holy shit!
I did
That's
okay.
I thought mine was huge, and it is not.
I did have an opportunity to get a 75-inch one when I moved here, because when we got here, my TV did not make it through transit. Okay, it did not make it from
Oh.
Iowa to Rhode Island.
What
And
happened?
Big
Was
ass
it not
crack in
packed
it.
correctly?
I mean, we packed
Oh
it
my
as best we
God.
could, but the U-Haul blew a tire, so
Fuck.
all the
Was
stuff
it you
shifted.
driving or
no,
somebody else?
it was my dad, but it scared
Okay.
the shit out of him.
His fault.
But everything shifted like really hard, so it probably just
Yeah.
get too much pressure. And we had it for years, so it probably wasn't in the greatest shape anyway. But dude, I was so devastated. But then, deep in my little fucking goblin mind, I was thinking, this means I get a new TV. So
So did you get the 75?
I went ahead and got the 65 because it was cheaper, and I wanted to be a little bit responsible about it. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just get another 65. Even though the
Good
75
move.
was calling my fucking name, dude. I was like, man, this is a perfect opportunity to go big or go home. And then I was like, rent? Big TV.
Yeah, big TV every time.
I almost did
No.
it.
I mean, I kind of like the size of my TV because it leaves me more wall space for my trinkets.
That's fair. Mine are a little bit overflowing right now, but I also
I
didn't have any
promise
chill.
I probably win.
Uh, maybe, but I kind
Who
of
wins,
want.
Peyton?
What you
Oh, are
see?
we going against me?
No.
What you see here is nothing. Trust me, mine are spread all over my house because I just did not have room for them in my room. They're everywhere. But no, anyway, I've always had this desire to have a home theater, so I was going to set up a projector screen and all that kind of stuff, and it just never happened. So I ended up just saying, "Fuck it, I'm gonna get the biggest TV I can afford at the time, or whatever, and make do with it, pretty much." Because I'm obsessed with movies, so
Yeah.
I like watching them big. You know what I mean?
Another thing,
This is the poor man's game. Is every year tax return comes around and you just buy a new TV instead of feeding your family or paying off your debt. I just wanted to interject with that. It wasn't actually funny. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
Dude, my tax money feeds my tattoo addiction.
Oh, same now.
Yeah, that is a you thing.
Unfortunately, I gotta wait on the rest of my back tattoo because the artist that is doing it is in Iowa. So I'll have to wait until I can visit to get my back done.
Poor guy.
Yeah, it's big rip.
I'm giving you permission to talk now.
I cannot remember what I was
So
gonna
sorry.
say. No, it's okay. It's totally a me thing. I've just been blanking. Oh, I think green flags for me, a green flag. And this is because I understand I could be talked out of this. So if this is like you hear it and it's way off base, I get it. I am a person like I'm in my apartment. I started leasing it in August and I'm done in May. Like I'm moving out of here in May. I have trans I have transformed like you can't recognize. There's not a single like spot of wall space. There's shit everywhere. There's trinkets on every single surface. The books overflow. Every mortal possession I've ever owned is here. There's nothing at home. And I'm literally moving home in May to go student teach. So like to me, making my space livable and like this is what I love, like I love this space. That's a huge thing for me. And if I go into somebody else's space and I see that they've done the same, regardless of like the amount of time that they're going to be there, that's just a green flag for me. But I don't necessarily count it as a red flag if somebody has like bare walls. You know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of do.
Yeah.
Claire.
Oh, we should have her on.
Yeah.
She wouldn't speak.
Now she'd go.
Every once in a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you have any other red flags, Peyton?
Roses are red.
Stop.
Violets are blue.
Listen, partner can't do a good Borat impression. Out.
So true. My wife.
Dude,
My name is Borat.
My name is Laura.
I think impressions of any kind are red flags. I do so many of them.
Yeah. But it's weird. Impressions are a super like big red flag unless they can do them really well. Then it's greenlit.
I can do courage. I can do Courage the Cowardly
kind
Dog
of-
really well.
Oh.
Like
Oh,
really
you gotta
well.
prove it.
No, I'm not doing
You
that.
can't say that without proving it.
I'll do it off camera. I'm not doing it on camera, and it's not happening.
I have one of my bits though is that I will start to do an impression and it's just blatantly incorrect. And I think that's really funny.
That's
That's a
pretty
new
funny.
one you've adopted.
Yeah, and I think it's fucking hilarious, okay? And I'm not going to listen to anybody that says that it's not. Because it is. Like, okay, here we go. This is a Shrek impression. Hello, my name is Shrek. That shit is so goddamn funny.
So dumb. It's great.
Where are my cigarettes, donkey? Do you have a crack pipe, donkey? You're pushing me over the fucking line.
There's that one bit in Family Guy, because everyone loves Family Guy, where the dude that actually voices Bob from Bob's Burgers is in that show.
Oh
He
yeah,
goes he goes up to stand and he does an impression of it, but I like the idea of going around and going, "This is my impression of Bob from Bob's Burgers. Hi, I'm Bob from Bob's Burgers." Just today, just you and your normal voice.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's so funny.
yeah.
I like to do religious figures, impressions of religious figures. Probably inappropriate.
I hope you don't pull out like a giant wooden cross or some shit and like put yourself on it or something. That'd be fun.
No
Not
impressions,
not
not
giving me ideas.
reenactments.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just think it's really funny. Another one that Peyton loves. It's his favorite. I will like any measurement, you know?
Oh my god.
Like, oh, the diameter of this is about 5 inches as the crow flies. I still think that is the funniest thing ever.
I'm glad you're the only one laughing. I like
It
remixing
doesn't matter because I
Just
will
think-
always laugh at myself. It's
I like
so
saying it out of
funny.
context just to get you to laugh.
It's probably funnier if it's out of context.
Everything is.
20 minutes as the crow flies.
Yep. I've got a bit that's apparently a red flag. I didn't know about it until recently. I guess I'm like one of the only people on Earth that goes around calling everybody boss.
Yeah.
Not just authority above me, but like I had coworkers who I hadn't talked to, so it was weird. But they would like hand me something or give me some information. I go, all right, thanks, boss. And they're like, I'm not your boss. I know that. That's funny. You're supposed to do the laugh. This is the bit where you laugh.
Yeah.
And they don't, and then I cry.
I don't know. I definitely have adopted stuff that you've said. Like over the
Good. I
past
like
year.
having that influence.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've had the same influence on you. You say as the crow flies all the time now.
Yeah.
And that's fucking funny. And me when I'm on a podcast.
Me, me when I'm talking out my ass. Yeah. Me when I don't make coherent sentences or complete my thoughts.
uh,
James,
Life is Roblox.
Life is.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Are there any red flags that, like, if somebody says something is their favorite
Yeah.
of something, right? But like, trying to think of like an example, but like, you know, like the big franchises like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Pirates of the Caribbean, I'll throw in there, like the really big ones that like the MCU or whatever. If someone, to me personally, would say that Star Wars is their favorite of those, red flag.
I like
don't
that a
understand
lot. I like that hot take.
intricacies
No.
and artistry.
Red flag.
No, because
This-
see,
no,
I'm
they-
like Star Trek is the only thing, or Star Wars is the only thing that I don't like. I just don't fuck with it,
I
and I think that people go so crazy.
I do fuck with Star Wars. That's the thing. Like, I fuck with it. I watch the movies. I like the movies or whatever, but I think
Sure.
it's fun. But if that's your favorite of the big ones,
A little overrated.
I don't know about all that.
It is at this
You know what I
point.
mean?
Yeah, it's become such a cash grab. Like I had an old boss who like I guess it wasn't really him so much. Anyone can do it, but they come up to me and be like, "Oh, did you catch that new episode of Boba Fett?" And I'm like, "Did they not finish Mandalorian? What are all these things that keep popping up? I'm sick of Star Wars now."
Right, like it's not a cultural capital thing anymore. It's very much.
I think it has a lot to do with the community, to be honest, because a lot of Star Wars fans, in my experience anyway, have been more zealous about Star Wars than I've ever experienced with the Harry Potter community or Lord of the Rings or anything like that. I mean, the whole Star Wars community is such a 50-50 divide, like you either love it or hate it kind of thing. And the ones that hate it just so happen to be so much louder about it, and it's so negative. It's always negative all the time about it. Like, if you don't like the original three more, you're pretty much wrong and you suck at life. and that's
Yeah.
pretty much the general consensus. And I think that's what really ruined Star Wars for me for the most part. I still go back and watch the movies every now and then. I have no problem with that. I liked The Mandalorian, but like, dude, if you're really grilling me because my favorites are not the original three, grow up. Get out of my face, man. I don't know about all that. Anyway, that was just an example. I mean, if there's anything else, like if there's a favorite of something, do you think is a red flag?
I
don't have any. I don't
No.
I
think.
definitely do. I just don't like. I don't know. I didn't want to say this, but like it's the only thing that I can think, and I think that if I don't say it right now, I'm going to just like actually explode, and I just don't
Get
have a
out there.
filter. And this is going to be so like I get that it's controversial, and I'm sorry, and it's generalizing, but whatever. I don't understand the whole anime thing.
Okay, yeah.
Oof.
I
Just
was
like in general. Sorry, like I just don't get it. And I think that if somebody talks about it, it was kind of like what you were saying about the weed thing, like being in your pictures and in your bio
Right.
and in your interests. That is what like hardcore anime people do too.
If it's
And
your
it's
whole
like,
personality,
oh
yeah,
my God, please stop. And
I
I just
just
can't.
I
yeah,
Yeah.
just had thoughts on this today because I was listening to another podcast because that's what we do now in the mainstream world. But they were talking about Berserk, and I had heard the name before, and it actually sounded like a really cool read. And then they were talking about like One Piece being over 500 chapters, and for people who like me don't understand, chapters are like issues in the comic book world,
yeah.
and they comprise like a whole volume when you put them all together and stuff like that. But
Right.
yeah, I can't imagine like when people are like super into anime. I'm like, okay, cool. Did you watch all 500,000 episodes of Naruto and then
Usually it's
Boruto?
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
they're
usually the answer is
ridiculous.
That's
yes.
that.
And
How?
I,
How do
I
you
I
do
think
that?
that I have a
I
lot
don't know.
less judgment, maybe not a lot less, but like I definitely can, it's more palatable for me to deal with somebody that likes like is it manga or manga?
Manga.
Okay. Well,
Manga.
I think that it's more palatable for me to deal with somebody that likes the manga than the anime. Because
Yeah.
from what I have seen, and I know that this is again a generalization, and not all of them are like this, and there are a lot of good pieces of media, and it's absolutely a valid form of storytelling and artwork and expression, and it's completely valid to like it. I understand that. However, I feel as though a lot of the things that I have seen is very, very, very overtly sexualizing of young girls. And
It
I
is.
Yeah,
don't fuck with that. I really don't fuck with that, and I don't fuck with people who fuck with it.
yeah.
Sorry, but if
I
you
feel
can
that.
just watch that and just kind of like overlook it, no.
So,
Mm-mm.
I I personally am. I would not consider myself a fan of anime. Like I don't go out of my way to watch it. I haven't seen that many of them, but I have watched a couple of them, and um, the ones that I have watched, I have enjoyed quite a bit. But I also don't understand the hype as much as some people just like that. I mean, it is insane how people crazy get, or how crazy people get about anime and certain things. And I do agree that the sexualization of young people is not good in any format, anime or not. But like, anime does tend to do it quite often, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now as well. And this might get me a lot of heat too, but
Careful, you're on thin ice, bud. That's the name of the podcast. Shut up.
furries.
Uh-oh.
Furries. Now, all right. So, the thing about furries is whatever floats your boat, okay? If that's just fun for you, sure. But the second you start sexualizing it, you are sexualizing animals.
Thank you.
don't
Bestiality.
don't do that.
Literally.
Don't do that at all. You know what I
It's
mean?
illegal.
Like, yeah, if you're gonna like dress up in giant animal costumes, sure, whatever, and go hang out with your friends and whatever, sure. But the second you start sexualizing it, that's where you lose me. I'm gone. I'm done. I don't know where the hell anybody. I try to not kink shame as much as possible, but there's a very big line that needs to be drawn here. Okay, like that's fucking weird. Don't do that.
I I think we can kink shame things that are illegal, like
that's
pedophilia and bestiality, like necrophilia, like all that shit. Like I'm gonna kink shame you.
Just like,
Yeah.
don't sexualize the animals, man.
I think the line for me is like, if you are gonna dress up as animals or in fursuits to get it on, that's your thing. Cool. Between 2 or more people, all right, go for it. It's not for me. But if someone is into that and they tell me they have a pet, I am instantly like scared for their life. That's too far.
I'm stealing that pet.
The other thing that kind of annoys
It's not
me
stealing,
about
it's rescuing.
Yeah, I'm rescuing
yeah,
that pet.
seriously. The other thing that kind of annoys me about that is like, I don't know, just the whole putting it out there and then getting mad at the flack that you get back.
Yeah. You already know it's coming. You already know it. You already know what you're doing. You know what you're getting into. You should probably know that there's gonna be people that don't really vibe with that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
especially knowing why people have a problem with it. It's because it reminds people of bestiality.
Yeah.
Like, it makes people uncomfortable because of that.
Yeah,
that's just true. So I just don't think that it's that far of a reach to get mad at people for being mad at you for posting all of, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Or like the people that go out in public and like shove cameras at people's faces and say like, well, what do you think about this? It's like,
I don't like it.
okay. Yeah. Like people can be honest back.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of part of putting yourself out there, right? Is that people can be honest with you. I don't know.
Yeah. I just, I don't get it. And now this is a recent discovery of mine. So while we're talking about furries, we might as well. And
I like where these 2 dots are connecting.
This is a recent discovery of mine where I have found myself a fursona. No, I'm just kidding. So,
sunk to my toes.
I have found out that there are a lot of these groups of furries and the people that go to these furry conventions or whatever that are always preaching about how welcoming they are and how open they are with people and how they want people to be a part of their community and shit, right? But
like the church.
I was literally about to say Mormons.
But apparently, according to a couple of videos I've watched on several different like furry conventions and stuff that have been getting heat lately, they are like the exact opposite. Like they are so completely strict. They don't want you there. They automatically have a paranoia that you're just right off the get gonna beef with them, so they just would rather you not be there. They don't have any welcoming bone in their body whatsoever. And they're actually a bunch of fucking assholes. And that might be a generalization, but from what I've seen, it's been getting like a lot of attention lately. I'll have to try to find some videos I'll send you, but like I don't know. I would not feel comfortable going to a furry convention regardless, but at the end of the day, if you're not going to be welcoming to people that are outsiders, how are you going to expect them to be okay with what you're doing to begin with, when people are already not okay with what you're doing to begin with? So I don't know.
I think I'm just a bigot for costumes in general. If you're dressing up, it's not a holiday. What?
No, dude.
And then I'm the same person. Like if I had a movie accurate Spider-Man mask, I wouldn't take it off.
I know. I was literally about to say,
dude, conventions are fun, man. I fuck with conventions. I have been to an anime convention, which mainly was for the D&D shit because I'm a nerd. But like the cosplays and shit were super cool. I went as No Face from Spirited Away because I love Spirited Away. And
that's a great movie,
dude. Everybody loved it too. I was handing out little fake pieces of gold to people and shit, and a lot of them were like skeptical to take it because they know if you take the gold, he's gonna eat you and shit. And I was like handing out little fake pieces of gold, and people loved it. They thought it was great.
Awesome.
And some of them did take it, but super fun, super chill. I've been to a horror convention. Everybody at this was just fucking super chill. I mean, there were little kids dressed up as like fucking Michael Myers and Ghostface and shit. And there was fucking people with these big elaborate costumes and shit. Super fun. But
that's convention though.
From what I've seen, furry conventions are the exact opposite.
We're just Vernon Dursley. Literally. Why are those wizards over there on my corner? What are you doing?
Jesus. Dude.
And then I beat my child.
Oof. For a second there, I
Nephew.
thought you said eat, but then
Nephew.
I heard you say beat.
No, that's your job with your costume. To give the little kid a piece of gold and you go, hey, I need your address.
Dude, that was such a fucking cool ass convention though. Like, there were people asking me to take pictures and shit, and like taking gold and shit. That was fucking awesome. I had these 2 big ass bags of gold underneath my fucking like black sheet that I had over me, so they couldn't see me taking it out. So I was just manifesting this shit, just like he does in the movie. It was fucking
That's
great.
so cool. I
But
love it.
it was so fucking hot that day. Oh my god. I had to go in like bursts of like an hour at a time. And then I'd go out to the car and take it off and come back in for a while, and then I'd go put it back on if I wanted to. But shit, it was hot as fuck. Especially when you're as hairy as I am. It's just, god damn. Too much.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
Oh my god. I can
Me-
kind of relate.
Any last minute red flags? Anyone just want to quick fire a couple? We can make this a 2-parter. This has been fun and it's been long.
We're sitting at an hour 35 right now.
Yeah, it's good
So,
stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how long
content.
you guys want to go. I'm down for whatever. I don't have to work tomorrow, so I'm not in a rush. But if there was
I
a
think we
cutoff
can-
point, then that's.
I think we could close it out here and then pick up a part 2 if we needed. But I am also trying to grind out some homework.
not gonna lie, I'm getting pretty hungry. So
You're always. It doesn't matter what time of day or what you just ate was. You would always be hungry.
I literally just ate before we started this.
You could be chewing with a mouthful of food and be like, I'm hungry.
I get
I
that.
gotta go eat.
Bro, you just ate 20 minutes ago. Yeah. I didn't eat now though, so I
You
didn't
just had
have.
a sandwich.
Yeah, but what about second breakfast?
Yeah.
Had to bring Lord of the Rings in there somewhere. But yeah, no, I'm cool with closing it out. I'm down with the second part too if you want. I don't care. It's up to you guys. I'm free.
Maya, you gotta
but-
join us again.
Okay.
Yeah, by all means, absolutely.
As
If you
I
don't
said,
want to
I
be
do
roped
love
in,
being
you can
invited.
absolutely say no. This isn't us like forcing you in.
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
but
No,
it's been fun.
No, it's
Yeah.
been very fun.
We like to talk. I like to talk anyway, so absolutely. Come
I
on
love the
back
attention.
anytime.
That's why we do this.
I know.
We get so much of it. We're
Alright.
hitting a million views already.
So that's
Yeah.
that's been red flags, green flags, gold flags,
We didn't
Scary,
even talk about beige flags.
scary
other
flags.
colors. Beige flags. That'd be an interesting one.
Furry
Yeah, we didn't
flags.
talk about that.
We'll just start talking about flags. This is the flags podcast.
Capture the flag.
Podcast of flags. Capture the flag. Yeah.
What's your
Jesus.
favorite state flag?
So this is going to be the third official episode 4 we've had up, and it should be going up. Like, I don't know why I'm saying this. People are watching this when they get to it. It's the 28th of November, I think. Nope, sorry, 27th when this is. Watch this podcast. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Watch the
you can-
podcast.
We have an Instagram account. We're trying to get this podcast moved over to somewhere other than YouTube. But if you want to check out what the hell we got going on, that's pod_on_thin_ice is where you can find us on Instagram. And in case we ever run out of shit or you want to hear us talk about something stupid, you can always send an email over our way at podcast.onthinice@gmail.com. And all that stuff is going to be in the description if Jacob puts it there. If not, I'll step in, fire him, and then put it in myself.
Dude, just add. There's a setting you can just add to like automatic description, so it's just always there.
All right, you do the technical work. I just provide the funny.
That's fair. Yeah, no, but for real, thanks for watching. Thanks, Maya, for joining us. And we'll definitely see y'all in the next one. Peace out.